News 8's Kent Pierce live this morning in New Haven. The polls are now open. Are people showing up to vote this morning, Kent?
So far, we may have just gotten our first, but so far things are very quiet here at the Ellsworth Street Firehouse in New Haven. And unfortunately, on primary day, notoriously, you don't get a whole lot of people showing up to vote. That's too bad, especially here in New Haven, where there's not much of a Republican presence. So whoever wins the Democratic primary often serves the next 2 years in office. And here this time around, we've got John DeStefano looking for his 10th term in office. But he's got three pretty strong challengers. And they tell News 8 there's an anti-DeStefano wind blowing. For one thing, in tough economic times, people tend to blame the people in charge, so there's an anti-incumbent sentiment around. Plus, the challengers say the feeling is that 18 years of the same mayor may be enough.
Whether or not they have a specific issue with him, they still think that 18 years is more than long enough for a mayor. I mean, 8 years is good enough for the president, should be good enough for a mayor of New Haven.
The sense we get from around the city, from East Rock to East Shore to Rooster Square to Westville to Dixville, Newhartville, is that it's time for change.
The long term of staying there just makes it cronyism, and people just feel like it's not open and transparent. So they really want to see somebody different.
I think there's a loss of optimism, and I think incumbents will pay a price generally for that. And I don't think it's a party issue, Democrat, Republican. I think it's really more incumbent versus non-incumbent, and you're going to be seeing that play out.
So you got to see all three challengers and the incumbent there. First was Jeffrey Korekis, New Haven Citizens Action Network founder, then lawyer Clifton Graves, and then longtime Alderman Tony Dawson, followed by the mayor, John DeStefano, who says really New Haven weathered the recession fairly well, but still he has raised a lot of money for this campaign, and for the first time ever bought TV ads for the primary campaign too. So clearly he is taking the primary challenge seriously. There's the mayor's race, and there are 16 aldermanic races for this primary day too in New Haven, and so the polls just opened. They've been open for 10 minutes. They're going to stay open until 8 o'clock tonight. Live in New Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.